ninja named Stroder. I'm out.
Oh, jeez. Amazing.
And I brought that up like while we were like I was with those guys like at Denny's, and I brought that up. It was like, yeah.
Unfortunate. You know, people just don't respect others on the come up. It happens faster than you think.
Some people just don't respect others in general. I don't know if you know who the wall is.
I don't.
It's perhaps better that way.
Okay.
All right, so getting into game one of this here.
Yeah, so Stroder vs. Breadstick did happen a couple weeks ago. Stroder went Rasher until Game 5, then switched to Ranno on Game 5. So, curious to see how it's going to go because Breadstick has been playing pretty well today. He had a great set with Dinos earlier, and then Stroder obviously has been playing only Ranno. And, you know, he's a top 50, by the way. So,
yeah,
exactly. By the way, top 50.
By the way. Now, Breadstick, I'm seeing a very good strategy from Breadstick. He is noting when Stroder is using his recovery and his approaches, and he is using that bubble wall. Not too much of an opportunity to recover other than that.
One thing I've noticed about he had no puddle. One thing I've noticed about Stroder against Orcane is because he doesn't play he doesn't practice the game very much. Like he has a computer finally that he just built, but like he doesn't really have time to practice the game. So when it comes to things like bubbles, that it's like everyone should parry this. He just kind of works around them. He knows when you're gonna throw him out and works around it a different way. He doesn't really parry him very often.
I just want to make sure that I saw that right. It really looks to me as though at some point Breadstick did a nair hitfall into another double
Yeah, you can actually hit nair twice because of the nair bounce change. And with the hitfall, you can hitfall both hits and then combo that into down tilt. It's pretty gross. And then obviously down tilt can combo into kill moves. So Orcane can be pretty nasty, especially with that that nair bounce change.
Breadstick definitely using his Orcane to make things difficult for Stroder.
Yeah, it's an even game right now on stocks, but percentage about to swing in Stroder's favor.
Yeah, it really is.
Nice little string there, getting Breadstick off stage and forcing the puddle usage is going to make Stroder lap him in this percent, and unfortunate side specials in place.
As soon as Stroder took possession of the neutral, he just had that stock.
Oh yeah, he gained stage control and advantage state, and then just didn't let go of it.
Interesting.
Down strong, gonna take it. Even game.
If Breadstick can hold on to neutral for like the next minute,
oh no, that's it.
Not have something like that happen. Oh my god.
All three of those stocks were, well, the first one was kind of Stroder assisted, but the second two were pretty much Breadstick's fault for actually dying. You know, obviously he was feeling pressure, but yeah.
Oh, nope,
hey,
he's not going there. Vixie took him there.
Oh, yeah. Because
he wanted to go to Rock.
Yeah. If you didn't know, the stage variations are counter picks. So, like Swampy Estuary, you can say, no, we're not going to Swampy Estuary on the original stage strike because it's a counter pick stage. But if your opponent counter picks you to, for example, CEO Rockwall, and it's a counter pick, you can't say no to that.
You can't say no to it.
But yeah, it's just a little thing.
They're not different mechanically, are they?
No, just visually, and that bothers some people.
And that does bother some people. Yeah.
And especially CEO Rockwall. I think CEO Rockwall is actually a bad stage because it looks visually just awful in terms of where you can land. Like, it looks great in terms of art, but where you can land on those bottom platforms is very deceiving. Because they look wider than the top platforms.
I'm a little worried that the new design for Burning Fortress,
Blazing Hideout,
has a little bit of the same problem where it's extremely good looking. Oh god,
I actually don't see that problem.
Oh no. Yeah, it's
just visually different.
I don't see it as strongly, but I do see a little bit of like.
It takes a little bit to get used to. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get used to. But the problem with Rockwall is the bottom platform on CEO Rockwall is wider artistically, but not in practice than the top platform. Like those two platforms, as you know, are the exact same size.
Yeah.
But if you look at CEO Rockwalls, it looks like one of them's bigger, and that's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah. So like, it's whereas like the new Blazing Hideout, yeah, it looks a little bit different, and like the bottom of the ground is a little bit different now. There's little gold parts popping up, but in terms of like actual visual problems, and there's nothing that really makes you think you're on a platform when you're not.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
I think the
see it.
CEO Rockwall makes you miss a lot of wavelands and stuff like that. Personally. Which is why it's almost always on the bottom of everyone's stage tier list. But it does have El Bastión de la Tierra in the background, and it does have Fly Society's own full stream in the background.
Oh.
Back from when he was Fly Society and main raster.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
like his raster custom color is the one that's in the background.
Okay, okay, I get it.
Yeah. That's how old that stage is, just to put it into perspective.
Oh, interesting little read there. Now, what I was wanting to say a little bit earlier is Stroder has, in his combo game, shown a lot of patience.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You could see some points where he was just kind of waiting, where he jumped at Breadstick to work on a combo, but then didn't actually, pull the trigger on something. Oh no.
Yeah, he's got that like Smash 4, Smash Ultimate a little bit to him. Like it's kind of similar to how I play my neutral game. It's like a lot of times you want to you can extend further if you let your combo go and force them to make a panic option while you're still close enough to hit them, and then you can reset your combo.
Yeah.
And that's like Stroder takes advantage of that really well, and he always has every game he's played. And you see a lot of that, like maybe you hit someone across the stage and you jump at them and you empty land and then they panic parry, and then you're like, okay, now I'm going to start this combo again with a down tilt instead of finishing it with a dash attack, for example, or a Dacus. Not only that, but it gets in your opponent's head too.
Oh, exactly.
Like everything you can do with the read, you always got to think, yeah, it's great for this, but also it makes your opponent feel bad, and that's what you want when you're playing a fighting game.
Yep.
Oh, got a parry. All right. There it is.
Oh,
You
no.
got to tech those. Up special into the wall is a guaranteed spike kill for Ranno if you do not tech that up special. Oh, the trade with the bubble there. Breadstick getting out of that alive. But the 69% getting the tongue.
Oh, no.
And Breadstick almost having perfect DI on that. So if you are ever stuck
if you fall into it.
Well, if you're ever stuck in the Needle Storm and you ASDI down and behind the Ranno, you will fall out before the last one hits, or he has to stop it early.
Okay.
So he was going straight down, which is good. But you got to go down and out.
Down and out.
Or down and behind him.
Okay.
Rather, yeah.
Yeah, not down and all the way out. Just
Yeah, down and behind instead of straight down, and he would have gotten out. And it would have forced Stroder to either end it early, or Breadstick would have been able to get down before he did.
That's definitely something I'll keep in mind.
Yeah. A lot of little, niche things in this game. Like, it's a very complicated game when it comes to the little things. Yeah, that's it.
That's
GG.
a Stroder. That's
Yeah,
a
he had no
edge guard.
jump.
That's a Stroder edge guard.
Absolutely.
Well, okay, it was a half Stroder edge guard. It would have been a full Stroder edge guard if he had gone back out after dying and finished.
Oh,